All of your favorite diets are just a fad. Because the Northern Hemisphere hates obesity. Everyone's just trying to get on the newest diet to lose weight and look lean. And if you gain a few pounds in the midsection, they think you're a failure. But what if I told you that obesity and malnutrition are linked to the same conditions? Hi, this is Sydney, and this is A for Anthro, where we talk about human origins and culture. If you're from the US, or really any Western country, then you probably know about the judgment and the bias that is against people who struggle with obesity. But cultures around the world have different views on body fat. Some places view body fat as a sign of wealth. When I lived in Uganda, having higher body fat was a sign to men that women were able to carry children. And skinniness is seen as a sign of malnutrition or not being healthy. But silly humans, we should know by now there's more than meets the eye. While obesity can be a sign of wealth in some ways, it can also be a sign of not being able to access highly nutritious food. This is otherwise known as food insecurity, which is also linked to malnutrition. Many low-income families may buy cheap processed food due to its availability. And low-income areas may have to go for miles in order to see a grocery store where you can buy nutritious food. And processed foods are usually high in calories and low in nutrition. And all of the soy oils, the lack of vitamins and nutrients, can cause inflammation and weight gain, and other types of health disorders. And also, obesity can be more prevalent in urban areas. There's more transportation, less walking, jobs are kind of more sedentary, you're laid back and you're chill, and it can be a sign of wealthier areas, but it's mostly due to how your body responds to the lifestyle. And people who struggle with malnutrition kind of go through similar things. For one thing, they might live in a rural area where they're not really close to anything at all, and they have to walk for miles to get to the nearest food place. And I mentioned this before with the low-income families, but it's called a food desert when you can't reach a food location that is within your local range. But either way, malnutrition and obesity all stem from not having enough nutrition, from not getting those proper vitamins and minerals that we need in our bodies. But Sydney, what do we eat? What's the best diet for us? Well, it sure as heck ain't no diet that you've been seeing on your For You page. People used to believe that the paleo diet was probably the healthiest diet, because it was said to be the diet of our ancestors. Wrong. Our ancestors ate whatever they could get their dang hands on. People in colder regions ate more meat, and people in the tropics ate more vegetables and fruit.